So, what's good, Slim?
What's up?
So, what are we making today?
We are making vegan mushroom tacos with pico de gallo and then like a chipotle mayo to go with it.
Damn. So, we were just discussing how in America, you know, they teach us to eat McDonald's, you know, their nasty chicken.
All the time.
So, I feel like a lot of people that don't really know what's going on, they speak on Dr. Sebi, but they don't really know what Dr. Sebi was. Or they don't understand why he did what he did.
I feel like I'm also learning too, like that people, we only talk about Dr. Sebi.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, I was just reading something where it was like, there's Dr. Sebi's all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And like, he was just
one of them.
The one they chose to chastise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like we are taught a certain way, and it's just hard to unlearn. Like, it's hard to be disciplined because often people ask me, like, well, what's the secret? Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And it's just like self-discipline. Like, it's just choice. Like, eating a meat is a choice at the end of the day.
Right.
Like, choosing to have a plant-based diet is a choice. And it's a hard choice. I'm not saying it's like, ooh, like one day I'm going to wake up and choose to go cold turkey, vegan. No, like, that shit is hard. And it takes, like, whatever you have to know your why. So.
Right. And this is a question I have to ask you. Don't you feel like also more people should be to be vegan depending, you know, their geographical region? Because like we were just saying, especially in the United States, we should thrive to be vegan because, like I said, Dominican food, right?
Yeah.
In the United States doesn't taste the same like in Dominican Republic, because I lived in Dominican Republic. It doesn't taste the same.
No, it don't. And it's like, it's funny because there's a place actually in New Britain that like, they're a Chinese food spot, but they're like, the guy is from Puerto Rico. So like he speaks Chinese and Spanish and English.
Is he Puerto Rican or?
No, he's like, I don't know what he is, but I just know that like like all the Puerto Ricans usually go there because he makes Chinese food like in Puerto Rico.
Yo, that's crazy because that's crazy that you say that. Because in Dominican Republic,
yeah,
and especially in Santo Domingo, that's the capital, they have like a Chinese restaurants out there, right?
Yeah. And
they have a rice is infamous. It's called chofang, right? And they sell Chinese food, you know, chicken wings and all that, but it does not
like
look nothing like American Chinese food.
And like
it's almost healthier. It's like healthier.
I remember I went there like when I was young. Like I had my best friends growing up. They were twins. They were Puerto Rican. Yeah. And I'll never forget. We went there, and the guy came up and they were like, "People going to get Chinese food." I was like, "Okay." And I'd never been there before. And the guy started speaking Spanish. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yo, what?" But when he was taking the order, he would yell it back in Chinese. I was like, "Hey, yo, this is okay."
And you said you don't know what the guy.
I don't know what he is. I could ask one of my friends too. And get back to you, but I don't know if he's Chinese or if he's Spanish.
Right.
But I know he's from Puerto Rico. Like he lived in Puerto Rico.
Wow. So, and another thing we touched on was the fact that when I lived, because I'm American. You know, I was born in New York. I moved to Connecticut young, raised in Connecticut. And I realized that when I went to DR at a young age, I didn't appreciate the fact that you could go to your backyard and you have everything to survive. We had mangoes. We had peppers. We had plantain, bananas. In the front yard, aloe vera.
Yeah, like, imagine,
and when I'm young,
right.
I'm like, man, what is this? In Spanish, it's called saliva, right? So when I'm seeing this, right, I'm like, ew, this nasty ass smelling shit, right? It smells musty.
Yeah.
But little do I know, this has so many. It's like it's medicine. It's real medicine.
Yeah.
It's real medicine.
And cause when we're young, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. When we're young.
Ginger tea and my father early in the morning, my dad would.
He'll make you drink tea.
My dad. And I'm like, yo, I'll taste this tea. I'm thinking, it's tea nasty. That's for old people.
Ginger.
When I took the tea, I said, oh snap, this is real, right? And then in Dominican culture, right? They love ginger tea. When I every time, what? Listen, yo, my
I know Jamaicans love ginger tea.
Listen, when I go to hip Dominicans, I mean the ones that have wisdom, because every time I go to the Bronx to see my aunt, she knew a lady that made one of the best ginger teas in the world. Right. And I always used to be like, it was crack. I used to fiend for the ginger tea.
Not the crack.
It was like real crack. Like I was like, yo, this is fire.
No, once you have ginger tea the right way, your life changes.
Yeah, and you know what was crazy? I had one of my good friends back in the day was a European kid. Mm-hmm. And one day he told me, "Oh, you should try ginger tea." I was like, "Dude, I don't think you understand. My mama makes that every day before she go to work. Like, I don't think you understand. Like,
that's what I was raised on."
So, and another thing, I really think that people should at least experiment with eating less fast food.
Yeah, and it's not even about like, you don't gotta go, like, you don't have to be vegan.
Right.
You can be a conscious eater. I don't even like saying vegan. Like, I like saying like being just
aware.
What you put in your body.
Or the ingredients they put in it, chemicals.
Yeah. And I will say, even some vegans are healthy. All that soy shit, all that substitute shit, that shit's not, that is man-made.
Yeah. Right.
Tofu is man-made. Impossible Burgers are man-made. Beyond Meat is man-made.
Right.
Like, and we don't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what's in that. On some real shit, if we want to get real about it, you do not know what's.
I can't wait to taste this food though.
You don't know what's in there, honey.
Was that right there?
This is mushrooms.
Mushrooms? I almost thought that was like steak and chicken from wrong way.
No, it's mushrooms. Because listen, a lot of people don't like mushrooms, but a lot of people don't know how to cook them. Okay. Like with mushrooms, the key is you gotta cook the water out before you start seasoning that shit. Cook the water out. Okay. Because that a mushy mushroom is fucking nasty. I'm not even like outside with people on that. Like when people don't make mushrooms the right way, that shit is disgusting. I can't front. So.
All right, so we're gonna come back to the video when the meal is done and prepped. Yeah. And I know it's gonna come out fire, so
it's gonna come out banging. It's good. Ooh. Okay, y'all. We got the mushroom vegan tacos. Yeah.
No meat.
No meat.
Wow, this is actually good.
Oh, hey. Okay, I'm happy.